everyone.
Good afternoon.
First of all, any small children are invited to come and sit on the floor. If you'd like to see better, you can come sit right in the front row. I didn't memorize this. I hope you enjoyed the pre-show. My name is Kava Sussman-Goffin, and I am very excited to be able to welcome you all to the first ever or second ever production of Uncle Motti Tells a Story, or 3, Jewish Theater Workshop's first ever show for children.
Can you tell me a story, please?
No, I can't tell you a story. Now I'm trying to introduce the show. Please go backstage. There are a couple of people who are left off the playbill, and I'd like to acknowledge them now. And the reason they were left off the playbill is they chipped in at the very last minute to help get the show together. I would first like to thank Rachel Turniansky, who at the last minute helped sew some of our costumes. And I would like to thank Diana Rothschild, who went out right before the show, a couple days before the show, to help pick up some of our makeup. I would also like to acknowledge Etan Weintraub, the playwright, who is a member of our company. And I would like to thank the steering committee for all of their help putting this show together.
Can you please tell me a story?
No, I can't tell you a story right now. Look at all these people over here. I have to introduce the show. Go backstage. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Before we begin, I'd like to remind you to please turn off all cell phones, pagers, and small children. And please... And please do not take video or flash photography during the show. Now, are you ready to have a good time?
Yeah! Can you please tell me a story?
No, I can't tell you a story. You know what? I have an idea. You know who tells the best stories? Uncle Motti. I think he's backstage. Go backstage and ask Uncle Motti to tell you a story. Enjoy the show.
Okay, Shayna, I'll tell you a story before bedtime. But just one.
Come on, Uncle Motti. You always tell me the best stories. I want to hear lots of them.
I don't know, kiddo. It's getting awfully late. It's 8:03. Your bedtime is 8:15 sharp. And your parents told me to make sure you got to sleep on time.
It's okay, Uncle Motti. They know I'm going to stay up late if you're here.
Oh, do they? Wait. All right, fine. I'll tell you what. Do you know the story of the Big Bad Wolf?
The one with 3 little pigs.
No.
Oh, the Red Riding Hood.
No.
Well, the story's about the Big Bad Wolf and what's coming out of there.
Well, the wolf isn't always the worst person in the story, and he doesn't always get his comeuppance.
Comeuppance? What kind of word is that?
It means get what's coming to him. Anyway, the wolf, while he's still the bad guy, isn't always the worst person in the bunch. Do you know the story of the Boy Who Cried Wold?
Tell me!
Okay, relax, get into bed, and I'll tell you the story. Once upon a time, there was a little village, and outside this village was a field, and outside this field was a meadow, and outside the meadow was a grassy knoll, and on that grassy knoll were 2 snipers. There was a boy whose job it was to watch the sheep and make sure the wolf didn't get them.
Whenever I go to sleep, if the busy day is through, I love to count little sheep, doing the dance they adore to do. With the beat of tiny feet, baby lambs begin to prance, and then they all start to bleat the name of their dance. And I count them. 1 little lamb, 2 lambs, 3 lambs, 4 lambs, 5 lambs, 6 little lambs, 7 little lambs, 8 little lambs, 9, 10 little lambs, and the duck, 11 lambs, 12 lambs, 13 lambs, 14 lambs, 15 lambs, 16 lambs, and the cow, 17 lambs, 18 lambs, 19 lambs, 20 lambs. Lambs come from here and there, pretty soon the room is full. Curly hair is everywhere. It's wall to wall wool. Mary and her little lamb, with fleece that is white as snow. Bo Peep even brings a lamb. We're ready to go. And I found them. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36,
Now, this young boy was a mischievous young boy, and he was getting very bored watching the sheep graze.
Yeah, this is boring, dude. Check it. All day I sit here, keeping the sheep, making sure the big easy diggy wolf daddy.
Uncle Motti,
What?
people don't talk like that in fairy tales.
Actually, this is a fable, not a fairy tale. A fairy tale is a fanciful tale of legendary deeds and creatures, whereas a fable is a short narrative making an edifying or cautionary point, and often employing as characters animals that speak and act like human beings.
Uh-huh.
So you see, this is a fable, as it has a cautionary point at the end that we will get to, and employs an animal that speaks and acts like a human being, vis-a-vis the wolf.
Whatever. People don't talk like that in fables either. Now tell it right.
Okay.
Oh man, this is so boring. Isn't this boring? All day long I sit here and watch the sheep. All day long the sheep sit there and eat grass. All day long, all week long, the same thing. Over and over and over again.
Now, like I said, the boy was a mite bit mischievous himself, and so he decided to do something that he thought would be fun.
I know. I'll have some fun by pretending and yelling that the wolf is here chasing the sheep, and then when all the village people come running up here to chase the wolf away, I'll point and I'll laugh and they'll all look so silly. Won't that be fun?
Now, the boy knew this wasn't the right thing to do, but he was a mischievous young man, and he did it anyway.
Oh no! Wolf! Wolf! The wolf's chasing the sheep!
The village people came running up the hill to help the boy drive the wolf away, but when they got to the top of the hill,
Where's the wolf?
Do you see a wolf? I don't see him anywhere.
Hey! There's no wolf here! You should have seen your faces! You look so silly! Where's the wolf? We'll chase him off. I have a little teapot!
Don't cry wolf when there is no wolf, shepherd boy. Come on, let's go back to the village and finish our work.
and the village people went back to town, grumbling about the boy's shenanigans.
Shenanigans?
His practical joke.
Oh, I like that word.
Okay, that's good. Can I get back to the story now?
Sorry.
That's okay. Now, where was I? Oh, that's right. So the village people went back to town and back to doing their work. Meanwhile, the boy was getting bored again.
Oh man, that was so much fun! Did you see their faces? Those village people look so silly. Running all the way up here, scared that the wolf was going to eat their sheep. I bet I can get it to do it again. Should I try? Should I try? Should I try? Should I try? Oh no! Wolf! Wolf! The wolf is chasing the sheep!
And once again, the village people came running up the hill to help the boy scare the wolf off. But again, they found no wolf there.
Save your frightened song when there's really something wrong. Don't cry wolf when there is no wolf.
Yeah. What she said.
Come on, let's go back to the village. We still have work to do.
And so the village people went back down to the village and left the boy to watch the sheep.
He's not a very good boy.
No, he isn't, is he? Now, are you ready for the scary part?
Uncle Motti, I'm a big girl now. It takes a lot to scare me.
Okay. So, the boy was watching the sheep.
Oh man, that was such fun. I got those silly village people twice. Twice, can you believe it? Could this day get any better?
Look at all those yummy, delicious sheep. There's just a small boy there guarding them. Shh, don't tell him I'm here. I can bet I can eat them up before he can get anyone to help him.
Holy Twilight Zone, Batman! The wolf is really here! I gotta get those village people here right now! Oh no! Wolf! Wolf! The wolf is chasing the sheep!
The village people, though, had had enough of the boy's shenanigans and figured he was just trying to trick them again. So they stayed in the city, and the wolf ate the entire flock of sheep.
Wow, that was delicious. A nice mutton, real lean. Could have used some tomato, but I can't believe the village people never came to help the boy. Not a macho man amongst them.
The wolf ate all the sheep! The wolf ate all the sheep!
Now, it was getting to be dinner time, and the village people realized that the boy still had not returned to the village with the sheep. And they began to get worried and headed up the hill to check on him.
What's wrong, boy? There really was a wolf here. The flock has been eaten. I cried out, wolf. Why didn't you come?
Well, 2 times you cried out wolf, and we all dropped what we were doing and came running to help you. You were just playing a trick. We thought the 3rd time you were calling out was just a trick too. Just goes to show, nobody believes a liar, even when he's telling the truth.
Wait, what happened to the wolf?
What do you mean what happened to the wolf? He went home.
You mean he got away with it?
Well, yeah.
That's not good. What'd you tell me this story for? All of those people's sheep got eaten. Oh, nothing to eat for Shabbos. And the wolf didn't get to come up and dance.
You mean his comeuppance?
Yeah, when does the wolf get what's coming to him?
Well, in this story, he doesn't. You see, because the boy was bad and was saying that the wolf was there when he wasn't there, people didn't believe him when the wolf actually was there and he called for help.
Well, I don't like that story. Tell me Red Riding Hood instead.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I agreed to tell you one story, Shayna. Look at the time. It's 8:15. It's time for you to go to sleep.
But you told me a yucky story. I want a good story.
What do you mean a yucky story? That one's a classic. See, it's even here in my book of classic children's stories from the early 19th century. Even your Bubby Rifka's heard that one.
Well, I don't like that. It's a yucky story. I want a good one. You promised to tell me a good story tonight, Uncle Motti. You promised.
Okay, Shayna, okay, it's okay. I'll tell you another story. It's okay.
Yay! Tell me Red Riding Hood. I love that one.
Okay. But remember, sometimes the bad guy gets away with it. And sometimes the bad guy isn't the real bad guy.
Yeah, the wolf gets in the Red Riding Hood.
Does he? Well, I'm not so sure you're ready for this. This is a pretty scary story. You could even call it harrowing, fraught with danger.
Uncle Motti, I am not a little kid anymore.
Okay, let's see. Princess and the Pea, no. Hansel and Gretel, nope, not that one. Jack and the Beanstalk. Where's that little Red Riding Hood? Oh, here it is. Once upon a time, there lived in a certain village, near a certain forest, a little country girl, the prettiest creature who was ever seen. Her mother was excessively fond of her, and her grandmother doted on her still more.
Doted?
Fell never mind. Her grandmother loved her so much that she had a little Red Riding Hood made for her. It suited the girl so extremely well that everybody called her Little Red Riding Hood. One day, her mother, having made some cakes, said to her,
"Go, my dear, to your grandmother's house and see how she's feeling. She's not been doing very well lately. Also, take her this picnic basket full of treats to cheer her up."
Yay! I get to go to Grandma's house. She always has such nice things for me.
Now, I want you to go straight to your grandmother's. No wandering around and around in the woods. Straight to Grandma's. You know the way, correct?
Yes, Mother, over the river and through the woods.
Yes, yes. The horse knows the way to carry the sleigh, but no, you can go on foot.
So off went Little Red Riding Hood, walking over to her grandmother's house.
Wait a minute. What kind of parent lets their kids go off into the woods by themselves? That's not very good parenting, Uncle Motti. Even, you should know that.
Well, no, it isn't.
Even I know not to go into the woods myself.
And it's a good thing you do know that, because listen to what happens to Little Red Riding Hood. So, she starts walking off to her grandmother's house, and as she's walking towards the river, the wolf meets her on the road.
Well, well, well. Look what we have here. A little girl all alone in the woods by herself. And I can't remember a time I had a meal too. Hey there, Little Red Riding Hood. Where you going so fast?
I'm off to see my grandmother. She hasn't been feeling well.
Taking her a little snack too?
Yes, sir. My mother makes some delicious cakes for her.
Some delicious cakes. I bet Little Red Riding Hood herself will make for a delicious meal. Now, how can I trick into letting her guard down? Does your grandmother live far off?
Oh, I should say so. She lives over the river and through the woods. Beyond that hill there.
Aha! I got it. I'll send her the long way around the lake at the end of the river, while I take the short way straight to grandmother's house. Well, if she lives just beyond that mill over there, then I think this path would be shorter.
I don't know. My mother told me very specifically to go over the river and through the woods to grandma's.
Yes, but which would be shorter? Over the river and through the woods, or just through the woods? You see, this path will take us straight to grandma's house without having to go over the river and through the woods. Come here. See, if you say x equals the distance traveled over the river, and y equals the distance traveled through the woods, and given that both are positive integers, you can see that over the river and through the woods, x plus y, is obviously greater than just through the woods, y. You see, we take the inverse ratio of the distances, bada bing, bada boom. So as you can see, this path is the shortest route. Wouldn't your mother want you to take the shortest route?
Well, she did say go straight to grandma's.
And this would be the straightest and the shortest way.
Wow, the wolf sure is a nice guy, isn't he? If I go just through the woods and not through the woods and over the river, I'm sure to get to grandma's house sooner. Thank you, Mr. Wolf. This path will let me get to my grandma's house sooner and spend more time with her. Bye.
Now I got her. She's taking the long way, and I can go right over that river and a little way through the woods and beat her to grandmother's house. Woohoo!
Wow, she honestly fell for that?
Well, yeah, I mean, the wolf was a pretty smart and tricky guy.
Still, that's just not very smart. You're never supposed to talk to a stranger, let alone take directions from them.
That's right. And it's a good thing you know that.
Right, and don't take things from them either. Not candy, not rides, not directions, not fruit, not salt shakers, not winter white blades. Well, actually, white replaces your cars.
Exactly. Now, back to the story. Grandma was resting in her rocking chair at home when there was a knock at her door.
Who is it? It's your granddaughter, Little Red Riding Hood. Mother sent me with some cakes for you since you weren't feeling well.
Wonderful. My granddaughter never calls when she's coming to visit. And chas v'shalom, my daughter herself should come instead of just sending her daughter. I love when you come visit. The door is open. Come in, child.
Now, Grandma wasn't expecting the wolf.
Rawr!
And so he was able to quickly run in, take Grandmom, and eat her all up.
He ate her?
Well, yeah, I mean, he is a wolf.
He ate her?
Well, yeah.
He ate her.
Are you okay? Do you want me to continue? Maybe we should stop here.
No, I'm okay. Keep going. Finish the story. I know he's gonna get his comeuppance.
Comeuppance.
That too.
Okay, so back to the story. So the wolf ate Grandmom up and quickly grabbed one of her nightgowns, a night hat, and a blanket, and sat down in the rocking chair with the blanket pulled up to his chin. Just then, Little Red Riding Hood knocked on the door.
Who is it?
It's your granddaughter, Little Red Riding Hood. Mother sent me some cakes for you since you weren't here around.
Oh, wonderful. I always love when you come visit. The door is open. Come in, child.
Now, when Little Red Riding Hood walked in, she noticed something was a little unusual about her grandma.
Just put the basket down on the table there. Come sit with your grandmother, dearie.
Hi, Grandma. How are you feeling?
I'm doing okay, dearest.
My, what big arms you have.
Oh, the better to hug you with, my dear.
And what big legs you have.
Oh, the better to run with, my child.
Uncle Motti, that's bad grammar. It's be all the better with which to run. You're never supposed to end sentences with prepositions.
You want me to read this or not?
Sorry.
Moving on.
What big ears you have.
Why, all the better to hear you with, my child.
What big eyes you have.
All the better to see you with, my dear.
Grandma, what big teeth you have.
All the better to eat you with.
Are you sure you're going to be okay with this? I mean, this is a pretty bad part here.
Okay. Hiccup. Finish story. I know what's coming next.
Are you sure? I mean, this is pretty bad.
Uncle Motti, I'm a big girl now. It takes a lot to scare me.
Okay. So, the wolf ate Little Red Riding Hood. The end.
The end? What? That is not how it ends.
Sure it is. The wolf eats Little Red Riding Hood, takes a shower and a nap, and lives happily ever after collecting Grandmom's pension checks.
No. You forgot about the huntsman.
The huntsman? What huntsman? The catsup guy?
No. A huntsman. A hunter. A woodsman.
Wait, is he a hunter or a woodsman?
Whatever! Because he just comes and gives the wolf his comeuppance.
No, I've never heard that before. No, Little Red Riding Hood ends with the wolf eating Grandmom and Little Red Riding Hood, stealing Grandmom's identity, and living happily ever after on Grandmom's pension checks. See? It says so right here. The wolf eats Little Red Riding Hood. The end.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh. It says so right here.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
See?
Fine. Well then, Smarty Pants, how does it end?
Here. I'll tell you. So the wolf eats the Red Riding Hood. Decides he's kind of sleepy.
Wow, that was delicious. But now I'm a little sleepy. I think I'll take a nap.
So the wolf takes a little nap, but the wolf was a very loud snorer. Even louder than Daddy and Zadie and you put together! A husband from the village happened to be hunting nearby and heard the snoring coming from Grandma's cabin. Ooh.
That's awfully strange. The old lady doesn't usually snore so loudly. Maybe I should check in on her. Uh-oh, the door's wide open. That's not very good. Holy digestive dilemmas, Batman! The wolf has eaten the grandmother. Well, maybe I can still save her, so I won't shoot him. I'll just cut him open with this pair of scissors.
There's a little verse here. Satisfied the wolf, that the huntsman cuts open the wolf, and Little Red Riding Hood and Grandma falls down.
Thank you, noble huntsman. You saved us.
You're welcome, madam. That'd be $100, please.
What?
Look, last month you decided to cancel your wild animal policy. I'm just trying to run a business here.
$100?
And you're getting a real deal here, too.
Oh, everyone wants to make a buck these days.
Now, what do we do about this wolf? He needs to get his come up and dance.
Come up in!
Who is telling the story?
Sorry.
Moving on.
Now, what do we do about this wolf? He needs to get his comeuppance.
I know. Let me get some large rocks from the garden. We'll put them inside his belly, sew him back up, and then when he wakes up and tries to run away, he'll fall down dead. So the huntsman and Red Riding Hood got really big rocks from the garden and put them inside the wolf's belly. Then, when the wolf woke up,
Hi? How's it going? I can see you guys are kind of busy, so I'll, be on my way.
yeah, the wolf is dead. The wicked wolf is dead. Now let's have some of those delicious cakes, Grandma.
Oh.
The end. Wolf gets it in the end. The wolf is the bad guy, and he gets it. Like he always does.
I don't know. I had my version of the story as is here in the book, and you just added a new ending to it. Plus, in The Boy Who Cried Wold, the wolf gets away with it. Very clearly, we are at an impasse. So I'll tell you what. How about this? We each get half a point for Little Red Riding Hood, and I get a whole point for The Boy Who Cried Wold. So it's 1.5 points to half a point in favor of the wolf not always getting it.
Well, I don't. Wait. I got one. The wolf definitely doesn't get away with it, and there's no way you can tell me he does.
Oh, really? Well, what story is that?
The three little pigs.
The Three Little Pigs. The Three Little Pigs.
Yep. So now you have to tell it to me.
Three Little
Oh,
Pigs.
come on!
The Three Little Pigs! Oh, of course! Well, I don't know what version of it you've been told, but here's the version I know. Once upon a time, there was a family of pigs.
All right now, Iggy, Squiggy, and Mo, it's time for you three to go out into the world and seek your fortunes.
Oh, no, Mama, we can't. We need to take care of us. And I have swine flu.
No, it's time for you to go. But before you leave, I have something very important to tell you. Are you paying attention?
Yes, Mom.
Okay. Whatever you do in this life, do it the best that you can, because that's the only way to get along in this world. Okay?
Yes, Mom.
Good. Now it's time for you three to leave. But don't forget to call me every once in a while and let me know how you're doing, and maybe stop by for a meal and check on your poor old mother.
So, Iggy Piggy, Squiggy Piggy, and Mo Piggy left Mama's house and went off to build their own homes. Mo Piggy, being the youngest of the three.
Wait a minute!
What now?
Their names were Iggy, Squiggy, and Mo Piggy.
Yeah?
That's awfully strange. I mean, Iggy and Squiggy are fine, but why didn't they name her Ziggy Piggy? I mean, odd.
Well, you see, what happened was Mama Piggy and Daddy Piggy had Iggy Piggy and Squiggy Piggy, and then they decided they wanted one Mo Piggy. Get it? One Mo?
It's not that funny, Uncle Motti!
What? That's hilarious!
Yeah, keep on telling yourself that.
Oh, come on! Fine, back to the story then. So, Mo Piggy, being the youngest of the three little pigs, decided to take the easy way to build her house, and built her house out of straw.
That was easy, but moreover cheap. Best way to make a fortune, cut cost. Houses all up. That straw sure be story, right? I've got no worries. Quick easy way to build a house. Time me to go inside and play.
Oh boy, am I hungry. I could sure go with some yummy little piggies to eat now.
Pigs aren't kosher, Uncle Motti.
Yes, but the wolf isn't Jewish, so he doesn't have to keep kosher.
Oh.
Moving on. Oh boy, am I hungry. I could sure go with some yummy little piggies to eat now. Look what we have here. This little piggy's made her house out of straw.
Who is it?
It's the wolf. Little pig, let me in.
Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
What in the world's a chinny chin chin? Never mind. I'll just huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in.
So the wolf huffed and he puffed, and he blew the house in. So, with her house gone, Mo Piggy decided to go to her older brother Squiggy for help.
Why didn't you go to Squiggy? Why didn't you go to Mama?
Well, Mo didn't want Mama to be disappointed in her. Even though I'm sure Mama would have understood and taken care of Mo, and still loved Mo just as much as she always did, Mo didn't want to let Mama down. She wanted Mama to see her as a success and be proud of her.
Well, okay. But I bet Mama Piggy is a better cook than Squiggy Piggy.
I'm sure she is. Now, Mo Piggy went to find Squiggy Piggy. Squiggy Piggy, being a little older than Mo Piggy and a little wiser, built his house out of wood.
That was a little bit of work there, but now my wood house is all up and built. Time for me to go inside and rest. Squiggy Piggy! Squiggy! Help! The wolf! The wolf? Oh no, what happened? Okay, so I built my house out of straw, right? Because it was quick and easy and cheap. And I couldn't have it all up and ready in time to watch the game. Well, anyway, the wolf comes along and he knocks on my door and he says, "Let me in, I'll blow your house down." And then when I told him no, I wouldn't let him in, he blew my house down. Holy windy wolf, Batman. Well, you can come in my house. I made it out of wood. Much stronger than the straw. We'll be safe from the wolf in there.
Oh boy, am I hungry. Now, where did that yummy little piggy go? Uh-huh. This must be her brother's house. It's built out of wood. Now I'll have two fat yummy little piggies to eat.
Where is it?
It's the wolf. Little pig, let me in.
Not by the hair on the chinny chin chin.
Again with the chinny chin chins? Never mind. I'll just huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in.
So the wolf huffed and he puffed, and he blew the house in. So, Squiggy Piggy's house is blown down, Mo Piggy's house is blown down. Where do you think Mo and Squiggy went next?
Disneyland!
No, that's for our Pesach trip. Try again.
Iggy!
Exactly. Now, Iggy Piggy was the oldest of the three little piggies, and was the wisest of the three little piggies as well.
Ah, a nice brick house. She's a brick house. She's mighty. You're too young, kid. Squiggy! Iggy! Help! The wolf! What? No, Squiggy,
time. Just one of you can talk at a time. Squiggy, tell me what happened.
How come Squiggy always gets to tell you what happened?
Because you got to tell him what happened earlier.
Okay, so Mom here is running over to my house, and we have the wolf in her house. She made out a shot and put it down. So then we went to my house, there was wood. The wolf from the road to my house down, and now he's chasing both of us.
That was very nice and concise. I'm proud of you. Now let's go into my mighty, mighty brick house and we'll be able to get us.
Oh boy, am I hungry. Now, where did those two yummy little piggies go? Whoa! This must be their brother's house. And it's built out of brick. Now I'll have... Okay. 3 little piggies to eat. Little pig, let me in.
Not by the hair, my chinny chin chin!
Would someone please tell me what that means?
It means go away.
Yeah, thanks, kid. and I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down.
So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in. And with no other brothers left to run to, the wolf ate all 3 little piggies. The end. Oh, look at the time. It's late. Time for you to go to bed, Shayna. Gotta go. See ya.
Wait a minute! That is not how it ends. Brick is a lot stronger than that, and you know it. Now tell a story right!
I have no idea what you're talking about. The wolf blew down that brick house and ate all 3 little piggies. That's how it ends. See, it even says so right here. Machamir Mishoba, which is ancient Roman for the wolf ate all 3 little piggies. The end.
No, you're not trying to trick me with your shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Whatever! Quit trying to trick me. You and I both know that brick is a lot stronger to be blown down. Come on, guys. Do you honestly think that the wolf could blow down this brick house down? I mean, come on!
Sure you can.
It is brick! Brick!
Couple bricks, right? What?
That is plastic, Uncle Motti!
It's brick.
It is brick!
I'll tell you what else. You know what? Guys, lift the house back up.
Brick!
Okay? Watch this.
100-acre
We're
brick,
about same size.
probably. I
Watch
don't know.
this. It takes nothing. It doesn't even need to blow the house down. There we go. So? Okay, you win. So, the wolf huffed and he puffed.
I gotta catch my breath.
I told you he wouldn't be able to get us. Should have called him a doctor. Why? Did he go to medical school?
He'll be fine. Let's eat. Just like Mom and Piggy always said. Whatever you do in this life, do the best thing you can. Because that's the way to get along in the world.
Right.
The end. Okay. Okay, so now it's time for you to go to sleep, Shayna.
Wait a minute, Uncle Motti. You see, 2 stories, the wolf gets his come up and dance. So the wolf always gets in the end or the bad guy.
Wait a minute. It's 1.5 to 1.5, not 2 to 1. 2 to 1. So we're tied.
Well, I don't want to be cut.
But you have to go to bed now.
Are you coming to visit me tomorrow?
I think so. I'll tell you what. You try and think of a story where the wolf gets his comeuppance, and I'll try and think of one where he gets away with it. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Good night, Shayna.
Good night, Uncle Motti. I love you.
I love you too, sweetie. Lila Tove.